Hello and welcome to my time wasted. That's right, wasted, because I gave up on Persona 5. I was going to do a different format for this, so the current plan for the video is to make it like I was going to up to the point where I crashed out, explain my issues, and then we can just watch whatever funny moments I was able to scrape from this. Anyways, let's begin. We start off mid-casino heist, and what in the fuck is that? Is that a cat? I'm sure we'll get answers later. Let's just get out of here. And of course we're surrounded.
Even you can't take on this many. Huh? Joker, that weird reading from earlier is closing in on you too.
Oh, great.
I'll end this right now. Joker, it's her! She's the weird reading I've been getting! My weak self relied on you so much. That ends today. Let's do this, senpai!
Who the fuck are you? Why are you calling me senpai?
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that? Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be!
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him! Let's go!
Also, why are we surprised that there's a small army of cops? We just robbed a casino. Some scenes of police brutality. I guess that's just not an American thing since they don't really have minorities in Japan. They just do it to the minors.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. Give it up! Come on, cooperate. Or what? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? You still haven't figured it out? There are no laws here that will protect criminals like you.
At least we get to talk to the pretty lady, right? Now, since we didn't finish this game, I'll say this now. I bet this is a big twist later, but this isn't real. This is a palace. I feel like I'm right without looking that up, although I did look at the achievements, so... Also, who the fuck starts their story with a flashback?
Please help!
Damn brat! I'll sue!
So you're telling me we got arrested because of a drunk rich guy who was trying to get a woman into his car, fell over and smacked his head on a guardrail. You know what, that sounds about right. I bet the cops let him drive away with the girl too and just T-boned a family of 5. Nothing happened to him, nothing was reported to the media, and just remember, you don't hate the rich or journalists enough. Well, since we've been disowned by our family, we go in search of our new foster dad. But he's not at home, so we go to the coffee shop, and there he is. He shows us our room, more or less tells us that if we fuck up, it's straight to jail. Oh, that was fast. What, did we kill that guy in our sleep or something? Well, after that attic dust-induced fever dream, it's time for school. This guy is much more dapper than Quagmire, I'll give him that.
Don't get me wrong. I don't care what happens to you. Just don't cause me any trouble.
Also, if he doesn't care about us, why in the fuck did he take us in? How much is he being paid? Is he at risk of losing the cafe or something?
Everyone's giving you the cold shoulder. That's what having a criminal record does to you.
What a troublesome situation. Why in the world was someone like that admitted here? Be careful, okay? Then again, if anything were to happen, I'd kick out a student like that right away.
Well, I keep wishing that he'd just end up not coming to school.
Also, it's been like, what, 3 days? And everybody already knows about us. And it sounds like they think we almost killed the guy. Meanwhile, people being possessed by demons and just doing shit. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the dream we had with Usopp's uncle. Well, before going to bed, the old man calls us, and turns out he forgot to flip the sign on the cafe. The dementia must be getting to him. Also, what does he mean it's a policy not to save a guy's number in his phone? We're 16, right? What if the cops come and they need to speak with us and he can't call us? Anyway, it's bedtime. The weird app's still on our phone, but we gotta get to school. Thankfully, old man was willing to make us breakfast. He really does care about us. Anime cutscene moments. Run to one of the female leads who immediately gets picked up by fucking Habsburg chin over here. Hans, play the clip.
She's 16!
We also get a new friend, and holy shit, they did him dirty in that 3D model. Oh my god. Let's just cut through this alley and get to school. Why is the floor covered in LSD cum? Holy shit, that's a castle. Of course, there's knights in the castle, but why throw us into the kink dungeon? Oh, somebody's getting shivved. After hearing what's hopefully consensual screaming, we decide we need to get the fuck out of here. But before that, here comes Mr. No Pants Habsburg to beat our asses and kill us. Seriously though, where are your pants? Thankfully, right before he kills Reijui, a Silk Song reference comes and makes us do a deal with the devil for Conqueror's Hockey. And this cool mask. Yes, I'm just going to keep stacking on references, I don't care. Which, we have to rip off our face because it was applied to it using Gorilla Glue for some reason. And now this is all just one big JoJo's reference. Quick tutorial, lock the king in the cage, and seriously, where is his pants? I get he's a sex-crazed lunatic, but you can have sex with pants on. There's zippers, and you can just pull them down to your ankles. Anyway, tutorial escape sequence, run around, and then we find this balloon cat. I don't know what his deal with. He'll say he'll help us, but that's going to help the fact that we're late for school. In tutorials, Reijui wanting to help the other prisoners. I wonder why that is, he said with a bout of knowing sarcasm. And after jumping out the window, we're back in the real world, and the cops are here. And they know we're drug addicts playing hooky. Anyways, finally make it to the school. Too bad we can't sneak in because the cops told everyone, and Habsburg's fucking here again. And he's just being a dick. He gets on my nerves and I just hate him by default. Too bad I'm the idiot who can't navigate the school. Like, I'm supposed to know the fucking layout of this place. I was here once. We find the office and then get chewed out because honestly, it's almost lunch, so yeah, that tracks. Get to class, introduce ourselves to class. Also, was I just disconnected from high school this much, or are high schoolers actually this gossipy? Teacher doesn't want us associating with wide eyes over there, which I feel is rude, but what's really rude is that the pedo and the penguin are just talking about me when I'm like 5 feet away. Anyway, onto the roof so we can just jump off and not deal with this shit. Foreshadowing is a literary device. Talk to our new friend for a bit. Side note, what did Kamoshida even medal in for the Olympics? Also, did they win nationals? As far as I remember, they only got to nationals. I don't think it ever said that they won nationals. So those are two very different things. Anyways, go home, get yelled at by old man. He immediately forgets because a woman called him. Sanji moments, you know. Bedtime, Usopp's uncle and his twin daughters cage me again. Just tell me what you want. What do you want from me?
Our master wishes to speak with you. It's for your own sake that you take his words to heart.
You will be training the power of persona, which you have awakened to. Personas are, in other words, a mask, an armor of the heart when confronting worldly matters. I have high expectations for you.
Anyways, back to the train. Also, what's everyone's obsession with the red-haired girl being thin? Like, everybody, I haven't seen one fat person yet. Also, I'm ripping a fart in this train guy's face, and you can't stop me. Turns out the school sections of this game are just teachers actually trying to teach you things, and you get stat points if you answer the questions right, so that's something, I guess.
Hey there, Takamaki.
Well,
Things have been pretty dangerous lately with all those accidents.
she's not even looking at him.
Sorry, I have a photo shoot today. It's for the special summer issue, so I can't afford to miss it.
Also, she really doesn't like talking to him.
Hey now, being a model's fine and dandy, but don't work your pretty little self to the bone. You mentioned you weren't feeling well, right? Something about appendicitis?
Another thing, if you have appendicitis, you go to the hospital, not just because you can die of sepsis in like 24 hours, but because it feels like you are actively dying. That's not an exaggeration. Okay, if she had appendicitis, she'd be on the ground, screaming.
Yes, I keep planning to go to the hospital, but I've been too busy. Sorry to worry you.
You must be lonely too. I feel bad for keeping your best friend at practice so often.
God, this guy's a dick, and I hate him more and more.
Oh, and be careful around that transfer student.
Also, I am right here. Why do they just talk about me when I'm right here? I'm right here.
He's got a criminal record after all. If something were to happen to you...
Thank you. Please excuse me.
By the way, she's gritting her teeth as she talks. Yeah. After school, Reiji wants to go find the castle. Like, wasn't there no buildings around that thing at all when we first saw it? So, like, where would that even be around here? Either way, we make it back using the fucking magic phone app, otherwise known as 5G technology. Find the cat again, tries to explain what this place is. It turns out it's Kamoshida's internal view of the school, his ego, more or less. Tutorials, safe room, fuck you, you are a cat, and I do not care how or what you were before. This game works off the assumption that the gun is always loaded, just like real guns. Remember, all guns are always loaded, even after proven otherwise. But I feel like with this logic, you could just get 2 clips and cycle them constantly and just hope the enemy doesn't catch on. More tutorials, and we see how Kamoshida sees the students more as just beat bags, and they're not real, so ethically it doesn't matter. It's just a view into his psyche. Imagine if therapists could actually do this. Probably help a lot of people, including myself. It also makes me wonder if there's lore implications. Like, are all of these students specific students, or are the lesser students just random of the batch of students at the school? And there's specific students. You know what I'm trying to say?
How far the star runner of the track team has fallen.
What the hell are you getting at?
I speak of the track trader who acted in violence, ending his teammates' dreams. Oh, I can only imagine the pain of the others who were dragged under with your selfish act.
Track trader.
What a surprise. So you're accompanying him without knowing anything at all. He betrayed his teammates and crushed their hopes. Yet he still carries on as carefree as ever.
That's not true!
Kamoshida is just really a master emotional manipulator, isn't he? How does he honestly get away with breaking a kid's leg and just nothing happens to him? Like, how much does nationals once mean so much to the school? Who cares? He broke a kid's leg. Is this just a Japan thing I'm too American to understand? Like the metric system? Meanwhile, horny cat moments.
What a meowvelous and beautiful girl!
We gotta get out of here. More explanations. This is just the truest expressions of one's inner self, you know. Ditch the cat, back to the real world. Of course, Leg Breaker is the one who told everyone what we did. Go get some ramen. Make a plan to talk to the abused kids about what's going on. Flip this perspective, and yeah, something's really up with Shiho and Shida.
I take it you actually went to school today?
No, Dad, I didn't go to school. I did drugs and went to the castle again. We'd app on our phones, you know, just, oh well, it's time for bed, and god damn it, Igor, why is this place called the Velvet Room? That makes it sound like a kink dungeon, and those two very much look like children. I don't like it here. Quick tutorial about why it's good to make friends. Also, why are you doing teachers versus students? Unless these guys are all like 45 or more, it doesn't feel fair. I know it's to make himself look good and not because he actually cares, but at least he steps forwards after putting a ball into the kid's face. Not that one, like a volleyball. Let's go see if anyone will talk, and well, they're not, because we just apparently seem like a scumbag to everyone, because Kamoshida can't tell a lie. Ooh. Do a bit more of searching for not much result. Meanwhile, Anne comes up to us and is being a bit aggressive, honestly, but at least now we have a lead. Too bad that lead dries up because dickbag Mick this is a good school ruins it. How's everyone in on this and just okay with it? Like, do the parents just love the school more than they love their own kids? Make a plan to go talk to Shiho, and god, she has the same look I do half the time. We try talking to her, but don't get much Ryu doesn't get much out of anybody else either. Cops won't do anything. If we kill him, we just go to jail. What to do? Why is this cat talking? Well, it seems like we're the only one who can understand him. And fuck, other people are coming. Quick, put the cat back in the bag. The lore summarizing palaces as the distorted desires which hold a treasure, which is the source of those distorted desires. And if you steal that treasure, the palace collapses. Maybe kills the owner. Maybe not, depending. A bunch of factors, I guess. Going home, listening to random people's conversations right in front of their face, and hey, look, it's on again.
Will you please give it a rest? I told you, I'm not feeling up to it. Wait, what? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher?
Uh-oh.
This has nothing to do with Shiho.
Oof.
Shiho's starting position. Wait, were you listening?
Yes, we were listening to you. Have you ever heard of not screaming into a phone while in public? Well, time to go full stalker and follow her.
Stop following me! Just leave me alone!
Ma'am, I'm following you because I'm an empath, you see. Backflips fedora.
That you assaulted someone. That you almost killed them.
I didn't almost kill someone. They almost killed themselves by being drunk.
I kinda had a feeling they were all just exaggerations. But I do feel a bit better now.
Sometimes you just need a brick wall to scream at to feel better.
Don't tell anyone what I told you, okay?
Yes, ma'am, and we'll keep quiet about this.
You're late. Where have you been?
Maybe if you give me a key, old man, it wouldn't matter what time I came back at. Anyways, back to school and...
Wait. She's going to jump!
I'm sorry.
Suzui?
Shiho?
For real? Come on, let's go.
Hey, stay in your seats. Do not step foot outside of this room.
No way! Huh? Is she gonna commit suicide?
It's Suzui! Shia Suzui!
Huh? Suzui-san? Let's go look.
Calm down. Back to your seats.
No!
Class is still in session.
Oh god, teacher, shut it. We just saw somebody jump off the fucking roof. Class is still in session. At least try to get everybody into, like, the gym or something. Meanwhile, somebody ditching right after he said that. Alright, let's go beat up Mishima. This is his fault.
Suzui. She was called out by Mr. Kamoshida! Wait, what? I was called by him a number of times too, to the teacher's room. It wasn't just me or Suzui either. He'd nominate someone when he was in a bad mood and hit them. So the physical punishment thing was for real. And yesterday, he called Suzui out of the blue. She didn't make any mistakes or anything. Mr. Kamoshida seemed really irritated that day, so it must have been worse than usual. He didn't... That son of a bitch!
Huh?
You bastard! The hell did you do to that girl?
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me!
How about you don't kick a chair?
That is enough.
What you did wasn't coaching.
What did you say?
You ordered me to call Suzui here. I can only imagine what you did to her.
You're going on and on about things you have no proof of. Basically, you're simply making these claims because you can't be a regular on the team, right?
That's not what this is about!
Even if it is exactly as you imagine it to be, hypothetically speaking, what can you do? We just received a call from a hospital. Suzui's in a coma, and her chances of recovery are slim. How would someone like that make a statement? There's no chance of her getting better, I hear. Oh, the poor girl.
The amount I want to stab this man repeatedly rises by the minute.
No. That can't be. You goddamn...
This again? Does this mean we need to have yet another case of self-defense?
You shut your mouth, you son of a bitch!
Oh wait, hold on, Reiji. Hold on, I know you want to kill him, but wait. I want in.
Why are you stopping me?
Because you're being stupid. Don't let him get to you.
But still!
Oh, you're stopping him? What a surprise.
Trust me, boss. I'm only stopping him for the plot. That umbrella over there will be so far up your ass.
There's no need to hold back. Why not attack me? Oh, you can. But of course you can. Everyone present right now will be expelled. I'm reporting all of you at the next board meeting.
What? You can't make a decision like that!
Who would seriously consider what scum like you say? You threatened me too, Mishima, so you're just as responsible.
Huh?
To think you didn't know why I kept someone as talentless as you on the team. You act like you're a victim, but you leaked his criminal records, didn't you? It's all over the internet, correct? How terrible.
Mishima? He told me to do it. I had no choice.
Dude, you're still guilty of that. Just because you made Mishima do it, it doesn't mean you're not involved. That's called corrosion. Coercion. That is very much spelled wrong in the script, and I can't speak English anyways, so fuck it.
Now, are we finished here? You're all expelled.
I want to punch him just for that laugh.
You're done for. Your futures are mine to take. Now get out of my sight.
I can't believe this asshole's getting away with this!
Trust me, he's not. He'll eat his words.
Huh? Oh, right. We have that.
Huh? Have you lost your minds? You worthless kids aren't making any sense. But sure, go ahead and try.
You took the words out of my mouth, pulls out a gun.
After all, you'll have plenty of time to kill until expulsion.
Phrasing. Yes, we gotta listen to the cat again. On wants in, but Reiji just wants guys night, I guess. Anyway, time to do drugs in the alley again. And great, On got a contact high. Let's get her out of here.
Hey! And just where are you touching?
Don't cop a fucking feel. Get her out of here. Time for code names. For reasons, I guess. Is that ever explained? Maybe farther in the game for whatever reason. My guess is that if you say the name and the subconscious recognizes you, it just puts everything on fucking high alert and you're never getting out of there alive. Anyways, back to the castle. Man's beefing up security and I wish we could just beat him up, but Morg's right here.
Look at all those soldiers, idiot. It'd be suicide. And I'm sure you don't want a repeat of last time.
Since we're the main character, we have a special ability that Morg has never seen before. The ability to have more than one persona. In canon, I have no idea why this is, but I assume for gameplay reasons, or if you want to weave lore into it, it's because player character, and we, the player, could be anyone. So we could have any persona. See? Into the safe room, and oh no, On's been captured. Also, it makes sense that Morg remembers how to heist, but not how he was before he turned into a cat. I remember everything at my work. If you ask me when my birthday is, I have to think about that for a minute.
This way!
At least now we know where she's being captured and why she's strapped to the Kink X.
Talking back is like totally unforgivable.
And oh god, he made fake On just a bimbo. This guy just has a bimbo kink, I guess. Also, are the pink shadows like topless? Hans, play the clip.
She's 16!
You're right. Letting this piece of shit toy with me? What was I thinking?
It's like I always say, slaves should just behave and...
Shut up! I've had enough of this. You pissed me off, you son of a bitch!
Oh yeah, fuck this guy. And what the fuck is that outfit? I know we just played it, but Hans, play the clip again. Actually, in Japanese media, you have to add 2 years. That's a real argument I've heard, and end of the day, this is a video game. I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to do a funny bit that I think is funny. Anyways, why are we fighting the final form of Skibbity Toilet?
Hey, is that how you speak to a woman?
Morg, stop white knighting. We have questions. Either way, we gotta bail, relocate, explain everything to On. Let her join in, because if we didn't, she's just going to go in and die herself. And I can't blame her for just going in without us, because of what happened with Shiho. Come home, get told to go to our room. Fine, not like I want to talk to the cute lady. We get caught with Morg, but old man lets us keep him as long as he behaves and we take care of him. I'm sure Morg can poop in a toilet and should all be fine. Man has a soft spot for cats. Me too. Me too. With how weird this other shit is, I'm sure Morg is just a cat that got swept up in all this one way or another. At least he can teach us stuff in the meantime. The game tells us we're going to go see the doctor lady at some point, and then class, get bonked, and then to the hideout. We gotta prep, to the doctor after school. So the doctor makes her own medicine. That's sketchy. Almost as sketchy as the conversation we drop on. Seems like there's some history here. Also, I'm gonna say it now. If it wasn't obvious earlier, Tay is the one I would try to romance of the girls I've seen so far. Because I know that's an option. And yes, I have a type. Granted, that type swings from granola to punk more often than one would think. Is there a point to what I just said? No. What was the point? No idea. Anyways, we make plans to go to the model gun store tomorrow. Alright, it's Sunday, time to go to the gun shop. But first, let's talk to this politician.
People give speeches all the time. Plus, politics are pretty boring anyways.
Look, I know politics are boring, but they're important. Stupid and boring, but important. Ah, the back alley airsoft shop. Ah, hello, sir. Is that a tattoo? This guy turns out to be Yakuza, doesn't he?
Listen, this here's an enthusiast shop. My regulars will be mad if I let a casual like you hang around.
Bro, how are you going to get new customers if you just call everyone casuals? Also, of course he lights up when we say fancy, because fancy means money. Does us not fuck about with, we say ACAB, brother agrees, and yeah.
Maybe someday I'll show you the real good stuff, though. If you got the guts for it, of course.
Yeah, this guy totally sells real guns on the side illegally. Man doesn't buy guns off us. It's probably like a sting thing set up by the cops.
How rude. This must be why you don't get many customers.
Bruh.
Your coffee's actually not half bad. The beans must be lamenting the sorry state of this store.
Thanks for stopping in. Please come again.
I'm only trying to help you fix your business. Thanks for the coffee, at least.
Foreshadowing is a literary device. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm sure it's a plot point down the road that he might lose the coffee shop. Commas are weird. Comas? Can you tell the script is poorly written by me? Anyway, commas are weird. How do they work? Let's contemplate this over making some lockpicks.
Good morning. Come on, hurry up and get to class. Good morning.
Good morning.
That admirable behavior won't do you any good once you're expelled.
Dude, you're already getting us expelled. Do you really need to be a dick about it still? Why can't you just be smug and leave us alone?
A word with you, please. Oh, and one more thing. That girl outside the office? You didn't make a pass at her, did you?
Based on the memes I've seen on Reddit, she only asks us about red hair because she's jealous or something. Hans, post the I'm a teacher meme.
All right.
Thanks, Hans. All of us are fired up about taking him down, and of course rumors are flying like gnats, so let's go in, find that treasure. What does it look like?
A treasure is the physical form of the palace ruler's distorted desires.
Alright.
She's a cougar.
Morg, she is too young to be a cougar. Even if you're actually like 5 with how short you are. Do I need to get the clip again?
My master would like a word with you.
This is not what I expected. What do you want, Igor? Hooray, we can fuse personas. Too bad you can, like, fuse personas into too high of a level, even though that's not a problem technically if I remember right, but it's a confusing system that doesn't make sense and I hate it. Plus, like, the limited slots also just annoy me. Maybe we'll get back to this during the crash out rant. At least we can see things now with our third eye. At least we don't have to go through the whole place again. We can just teleport to a safe room and continue from there. And now to learn about baton pass, which is just crit swapping. You get a crit, swap the attack over to another person, they get a crit, and he just goes on, you get more power and SP reduction, and not really much to talk about while running around with no story progression. We do get a tutorial for the types of shadows and what you have to say to them to recruit them. And it's another thing I had a gripe with, but I'm gonna chalk it up to like localization or something. We do get a grappling hook, which allows everyone to come with us for some reason. We're just gonna skip over the boner imps, solve a book puzzle, and...
The hell is this room? There are tons of pictures of Suzui in here. Wait, it's all pics of her?
He has his face on a flag over here. We'll make him pay for this.
Yeah, definitely. I feel even more motivated to do this now.
I'm sure it'll feel awful, but we should search this room. There has to be something in here if he was hiding it with such an elaborate trick.
This makes me feel like Shiho, if she didn't try to kill herself, he was going to do it sooner or later. Hey, look, a map. New type of enemy. It goes boom. Morg will explain later, but tutorial dagger will explain now.
Oh, wait, was that the gym?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. The gym's some kind of holy place for him. He's a god there.
Makes sense that the chapel is the gym here, because sports, volleyball, yeah. Guarding tutorial with the boss fight, you know the drill, grapple out of being surrounded, and now for what I'm told is something exclusive to the Royale version, will seeds. Sounds to me like they're the starter palaces, but since we're already in one, they just stay will seeds. Sneaking around, doing flips and shit, find an elevator, and it takes us back down to the main level. By the way, this script is written by ours, because on Twitch, you should follow me there. Also leave a like on the video, just subscribe, whatever. On Twitch, you gotta run 3 minutes of ads every hour to prevent pre-rolls and such, so each paragraph and recording session is done in those 1 hour sections, and I'm now upset because for some reason, this section's 30 minutes. A whole lot of running around later, and we eventually just hit a roadblock where we have to go find a key. Well, 2 keys, because they're eyes. I mean, so we gotta find 2 enemies. We get really close to the ending and decide to go back down the elevator and go fight a penis. Either way, we get the will seed, and then the seeds merge into each other and become a crystal of the lust. Morg tries to play it off like he knew it was going to happen, but now we call him out on that. Back upstairs to the throne room where we sneak around into the treasure room, and the treasure is just a cum glob? Well, I guess it's fitting, given Kamoshida. But no, it's just intangible until we send a calling card in order to make the palace owner scared that their desire will be stolen. So that's, the treasure becomes tangible. Just a touch of fear to the subconscious to change things in here. And then more tutorials with Igor for something we didn't use. The infiltration log feels pointless, yet immersive, so there's that.
Hey.
Better not be up to any trouble. One mistake and your life's over. I just walked in. Okay, God, Dad, I get it. One wrong fart and the cops are going to bust down the door and just shoot me up. I get it. At least we can use the shop to improve our... What are those stats called? Did they ever give them a name? I've just been calling them star stats. Everyone's tired, so it's time for bed. Might just be me, but sometimes how the game tries to teach you something just feels a bit forced, like with the library. Meanwhile, Smug teach McBiology. Just look at his face. Look at it. Also, I'm not smart. I've just seen that illusion before. I get invited to train with Ryu again, so let's go do that. Seems like he hasn't been working out since he broke his leg. Well, his leg got broken. That's actually the right line there. I knew a guy like that. He gained 300 pounds after breaking his leg. Lost most of it. Gained it back. But now he competes in strongman competitions, so there's that. Anyways, after the run, we have a little bit of a heart-to-heart with Ryu, and like, why Kamoshida do what he did? Why was he fucking with the track team? Did he win a medal in volleyball and that's why? Does he just hate track? Or is he just a dick? Also, how do you get the whole team shut down because of the actions of one student? Remember, kids, just because somebody has achieved more than you in life doesn't mean they deserve to be treated any different than you. Also, the teammates blaming him when Kamoshida's the one pulling this shit? Really? Like, maybe I'm just being too harsh on the writing because of the crash out, but still, this doesn't make sense. At least Ryu has a positive outlook on all this. At least we had a good time. Also, is breathing technically a habit? Clean up a room bit, and then it's blunt day. Where we get to read on the train. Yippee. Game introduces the concept, the part-time job, and it's kind of weird that you don't have, like, a schedule, but... gameplay reasons. Mishima's worried, but we got this, we got this. Time to meet up and set up the calling card. There's a time limit on that, though, because it makes sense, because fear would wear off with time if nothing happens. Some people get paranoid into oblivion, but we'll also be locked out of the palace, because it'll be gone after we take the treasure. Wow, what a concept. And yeah, we'll let Rio do it. He has the fire for it. Meanwhile, the video rental store is mentioned. Too bad we never went to it. Also, holy fuck, that's a lot of calling cards. Why'd you make so many? The students are eating it up. So is Kamoshida.
Who's responsible for this? Did you do this, or was it you?
So you're playing dumb? It's not a problem. You'll be expelled soon enough anyway. Come, steal it if you can.
And for a master manipulator, you'd think he'd keep his cool a bit better. Anyway, back into the palace. There's no guards here, which is strange, but there is a giant crown.
Treasure!
Answer the question.
The cat's acting awfully excited.
What's wrong? Is something...
Alrighty then. Stop that. You're way too excited.
All right, that's enough, you stupid cat.
Oh, yeah. Forgive me for displaying such an insolent sight in front of a lady.
You were completely out of character, too. What was that about?
He sounded like he was a cat in heat. Goddamn.
I couldn't stop it either. To think I'd be drawn to human desires this much. Doesn't that prove that I'm human?
No, Morg, I think you are just a klepto. Also, how are we going to get this out of here? Just teleport from the safe room? Either way, Mr. No Pants drops in and just makes this a whole lot harder. Please, put on some pants.
I won't let anyone take this. This proves that I am the king of this castle. It is the core of this world.
That rat bastard. That's how he sees me, isn't it?
Yo, pervert! Were you waiting to ambush us?
I just made it easier to find you. I'll dispose of you myself. Right here, right now.
That's our line, you sexually harassing D-bag!
What a selfish misunderstanding.
How is it a misunderstanding? You were doing things that you kept in secret from others.
The people around me were the ones who kept it secret. Adults who want to share in my accomplishments, students who have the drive to become winners. They willingly protect me so that we all may profit from it.
Profit?
There are too many imbeciles who don't understand that. Including naive brats like you and that girl who tried to kill herself.
True, she's a total idiot. Letting you manipulate her, trying to commit suicide. And I'm even more of a dumbass for not realizing that.
Alright.
No matter what kind of fool someone might be, they don't need your permission to live their lives!
Drop the attitude, you mediocre peasant. There is no wrong in using my gifts for my gain. I'm a cut above all other humans.
Above? You mean beneath? You're a goddamn demon obsessed with your sick desires!
Yeah, and chew him out. Tell him what's up. And oh god, he's ugly. And good grief, he's naked! And this fight starts to show the cracks and problems I had with this game. But the point is to hurt him, and then hurt the goblet, hurt fake Shiho and Mishima, and then try to get the crown off his head to weaken him, which we couldn't do, since we didn't have enough DPS to distract him for long enough and not die in the process. After finally beating him, he yoinks the crown away from us and shows a bit of why he kinda does this shit he does.
It's always been like this. All those goddamn hyenas forcing their expectations on me. I'm doing this all for them! What's wrong about demanding a reward for that?
Everyone around him is expecting great things of him because he's a medalist, but not really getting rewarded for reaching those expectations at all, so he just basically goes ballistic and seeks rewards out of beating the crap out of the students. He does surrender, hand over the crown. We spare him because if we kill him here, he's just going to die in the real world too, and then he's not going to face any sort of punishment other than death, but death isn't a punishment. At least in the palace, he seems truly remorseful. We'll see how that goes on, but now that the subconscious has gone back to the conscious, this whole place is falling apart and we have to bail. Too bad Ryuji falls, but it's okay. Also, good on Anne for not falling while wearing those heels. Back in the real world, the nav proves the palace is gone, and the treasure has turned into the medal that he earned in the Olympics or whatever. Ryuji thinks he's just clinging to the past, but I really don't think that's it. I think because of the pressure around him from everyone just trying to keep him up at that peak.
Having such high expectations placed on you by others is quite a problem in itself.
It just broke him. You will peak in life at one point, and it's okay to fall from that peak, but you can't stay up there forever. He just snapped eventually from all of it. Either way, now all there is to do is wait, see what happens. I'm glad An feels better about what she did, that she did right by Shiho. Meanwhile, Morg tries to explain why he turned into a cat, but I just call it a skill issue. The game introduces the ideas of limited timed events because, well, time progresses, like we literally have a calendar in the top left.
Don't tell anyone that you heard this from me. But we received word that Mr. Kamoshida is placing himself under suspension.
Well, it's like something is working since Kamoshida put himself on suspension. I feel like he was fighting himself in front of the principal, just wanting to keep it all hidden when he knows he really shouldn't. I'm sure she'll be okay. Yeah, thanks. Totally down to do something once things calm down, though. Sounds like we won't be able to see Lady An after school for a while. How unfortunate. You should work on your kindness, by the way. You say something encouraging next time you see her. Morg. That was the kind option. The only unkind option was number 2, since Shiho is still in a coma. Anyways, more training, it gets interrupted, and honestly, how fucking important was directing to these people? Being the best is like going through hell, because you can only progress so much so fast, because if you overdo it, you get hurt. Like I did track, and like our coach made sure everybody was safe. He had his favorites, but he looked out for everyone, because if you go too hard, too fast, you will hurt yourself very badly. They all just seem so bitter about it, and like even arguing with each other, not just hating on Ryuji. Like, was it some claim to fame? I get like they had a shot at the championship, but what's after that? Do it again? Schools? The Olympics? If they were that good, they wouldn't have just shut the whole thing down because of what happened with Ryuji. Either way, on still feeling responsible for what happened. We agreed to help out with the shop, and might as well since we're staying here rent free. We get a history lesson and more proof that Kamoshida was really faking his image. Fuck around for a while. I was kind of on board with what this political guy was talking about until he started talking about the sun god, and I don't think he's talking about Nika. Back to the clinic to get some drugs, special drugs, and she knows we were eavesdropping. I mean, there was a window right on that door. I know if we tell her the truth of what's going on, she's just going to call us a crackhead, so we lie. And somehow now we're just her guinea pig. Rest assured, my autopsy is guaranteed to find out exactly what part killed you. Ma'am, that joke is not reassuring. Take the shot, and we're okay for all of 6 seconds. So, we make a deal. Keep our mouth shut, and we can get the medicine. Well, time to go home. She'll call us when it's time for the next medicine, and we'll be getting something for helping her, but we can't leave a paper trail, you know? Sketchy medical procedures, standard, you know how it is. Ryuji's getting antsy about all this, but we just calm him down. Dad says we're not getting a curfew, but we gotta stay in the general area. Anyways, let's help him out tonight. He teaches us about how to run the shop, tells customers, no, you can't have the recipe, fuck you. And then some guy comes in. Seems like they have some history. My personal guess is that this man stole Sojiro's soulmate, or at least something like that. Anyway, cleans up, calls us after finding our number. Like, dude, it's not gay. I'm pretty sure some women would actually find this very admirable. Either way, he says we'll be helping out more, which, yeah, makes sense. We're living there. And now it's Sunday, and for another one of my rants, why in the fuck does it take a whole day just to do laundry? I get you gotta stay by your stuff so it doesn't get stolen or whatever, but like a full day. I could get like 2 time steps, because I think there's like 5 in total, but the whole day. Bullshit. Wasted. And with that day wasted, might as well make some coffee. We did well, but it's bland. Practice makes perfect. Another nitpick is, but we get a seat, and despite having a book, we can't read it because we're too stupid. Like, just give me a chance to get the little bookmark thing, but no, you're too stupid. A tutorial about how we can watch a movie for a whole day. Yeah, we go do that later. It just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, the balancing of the video game. Yeah, I get it, but it's just stupid, said the non-game dev. Teaches chastising us about all our writings, how it sucks, and we're using phrases wrong. What I'll say is language changes, but she's also right, as horseshoe authoritarians use subversive language to trick people into supporting them. Anyways, to the library to fuck about, get the Zorro book. We did get the call to the doctor to go to the clinic, but we can't do it because our guts aren't high enough. I don't like that system, but it's just an annoyance. Well, back to school, because we can take a train twice, and the time hasn't moved. Time isn't real. Help out with the shop, and to the next day. And stressed out again, but not much we can do, but wait. After school, we go to the batting cage. It's a really nice little minigame. I liked it. More shop, tutorial stuff that we already knew. Math questions. Remember, there's a difference between knowledge and intelligence. Kind of the same difference between intelligence and wisdom in D&D, but kind of flipped in that situation. Hang out with Ryoji after school and help out with the shop again, learn some things, when suddenly Soji gets a call. It seems concerning, but we're just rush to close the place down and make sure we don't burn it down as well. Next day, Ryoji's stressed, so we hang out with him, and instead of working out, it's time to go get some ramen. And so, tutorial about hangout spots, because this game has relationships mechanics, and yeah, that makes sense that certain people like certain areas better. Also, what's with these track bros? Why are they not storing their stuff at home? Is it not allowed on the trains? Maybe? Probably. This just makes me feel like these kids have more of an obsession rather than a passion for track. That's now that I'm thinking about it, trying to fit in is a real pain in the ass. Thank you, Ryuji. Trying to fit in is a pain in the ass. People are awful, and just try to find what you love and those you can share it with. We're helping out at the shop. Hooray, free day. Ryuji, let's do something. Why can't I do something? Why does he have the card above his head if I can't do something with him? Am I missing something here? Probably. Fine, I'll go see a movie for 10 hours. Make some coffee, upgrade our charm, and I do like the little coffee facts. It is a nice touch. Arn reminds us of our time limit. I feel like if we had failed, Kamoshida would have already come back to the school and just killed us with his bare hands and gotten away with it. Time for a language lesson, for a word I've never heard before, which I wonder if it's the point, or cause it's German, or if I'm just stupid. After school, do some eavesdropping, shopping, ending it with some clothes washing and helping out with the shop. Now, if we had finished the game, this is where I would have ended this video, because it then ticks over to a new month. Natural cliffhanger right there. But since I'm writing this script before editing fully, I'm just going to see if this turns into 2 videos or not. You'll be able to figure it out by the play bar or the fact that the intro just cut me off.